Hey guys, Jack Spirko here from the Survival Podcast with another T-Spaz item of the day review. Another fishing one here for you. These are made by Doctor Slick, and they're basically a scissor hemostat combo. And they're really slick. The name is actually valid. You got a nice gripping hemostat, and then right here you have a serrated scissor. So it's two tools in one. It's actually three tools in one. Because right there, see that little pointy thing right there? You know what that's for? When you get one of them jig heads, it's got all that paint in it, and you take one of your nice hooks or one of the other jig heads, and you waller it out. Well, what you do there is you just, boom, hit that, and there's a little recess, so that when it's locked, that tip is actually protected and not going to stab or catch anything inside the other handle. And then there's one more little tool. Little flat tip screwdriver tool there. You never know when that might be helpful. It also is good for prying things. And these are stiff enough, anything you'd be prying with them, you're not going to end up tearing them up. Now, they compared to garden variety hemostats about the same size. I've seen cheap stainless steel hemostats, a 3-pack for 14 bucks. These are around $14 to $23 depending on what you get. They come in different lengths, different sizes, different curvature. These, I believe, are the 6.5-inch black straight ones, which seem like the best ones for my needs. What I like about any kind of a hemostat for fishing when it comes to hook removal, it's nice and long. You can reach in, you can lock onto that hook. So when you've got a hook that's really kind of a problem, once you're locked on, you can, manipulate, and you're not trying to hold like a pair of pliers. To me, they just work better. These had great reviews. There was a couple negative reviews. And again, I'm back to some people probably, I don't know, if you can't work scissors and you need a cork on your fork at home so you don't stab yourself or whatever. Need to be wearing a helmet, you fight with your buddy over the purple crayon because it tastes better or whatever. I don't know what's going on. But some people, special people, said that they were too stiff. I don't know. I mean, these are kind of almost brand new. I've had them out in the field twice, and I have no problem unlocking them. I don't know if the little girly man can't work them. They're not floppy all around the place, but there's nothing difficult about using them at all. The next thing was that the scissors didn't cut braided line. I accepted this as an intelligent review. I didn't think that person needed to cork their fork. I thought, well, maybe the scissors don't cut braided line. This is some Cast King, 65-pound braided line. I think what some people either are not capable of understanding where the blade actually begins on the scissors, or don't understand that I imagine with mono, you could probably be anywhere in that blade area and it would probably cut mono. With especially some lighter braid, you may need to scissors actually work better way up near the fulcrum. And so if you were cutting something that was a little bit lighter of a braided line, and I'll just wind that up later, it might be that you need to hold it like that and cut it. But as you can see, this stuff cuts braided line like butter. It doesn't have any trouble cutting braided line at all. Again, I just don't know, maybe some people failed scissors day in kindergarten or something, but it doesn't have any problems at all cutting braided line if you know how to use scissors. I would also say there is one other possibility I need to be fair about. Scissors, but if you were a left-handed person, I think you would know this, kind of do have a configuration to be either left or right-handed. And as far as the hemostat side of this thing, it would work ambidextrously. It may be that lefties have a hard time cutting braided with them. Maybe it just doesn't work as well. I'm guessing. I was willing to accept that limitation with no concerns anyway, because I don't cut braid a lot, especially in the field. And, if you're an outdoorsman, I hope you carry a knife. If you don't carry a knife, I don't know what's wrong with you. They should take away your man card. And honestly, if you're an outdoor lady, they should take away your lady card. You don't go nowhere without a knife, right? But it turns out they cut just fine. Now, they are kind of expensive. If I lose a $4.50 pair of hemostats. I cuss maybe one word, have a beer, and forget about it. If I lose these, I'm going to be ticked off. So I wanted to double up on this review. These are the best zingers, they call them zingers because they zing back, that I have ever found. They don't break. They don't end up after, being used for a season like not retracting anymore or getting spooled up inside or jacked up like a cheap tape measure or something like that. They have a really nice little carabiner on them. They come in bunches of configurations. Just a plain old fishing one. They have some that have little snippers and stuff built into them. You can get whatever you want. Again, they might cost as much as the tool you're using to protect them with, but you ain't going to lose them. These guys here, I have already, gotten a fish undone and all of a sudden felt it banging on my leg because I didn't tuck it back in my pocket. So this little thing here has already paid for itself by not losing that thing right there. So I really recommend the heck out of these. Again, they're made by Boomerang Tool Company. And if you want to use the cheap little plastic gadget ones that suck and get all twisted, and go ahead. If you want the good ones, get these. But try these Doctor Slick. And again, I don't understand. I really, maybe I have too much faith in humanity remaining. I just don't understand. And go read the reviews for yourself where it says it doesn't cut braid. And then point that person to this review. Anyway, these things are great. All the stuff I recommend is stuff that I own. I spent my own money on. I bought it. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't recommend that you buy it. You can find all my reviews at tspaz.com. That's TSPAZ.com. And we call it T-Spaz because it's from The Survival Podcast, which has been affectionately labeled TSP by my listeners for 12 years now. You can find all about that at thesurvivalpodcast.com. Links to everything in the video notes below. Take care, guys. And remember, if you can't work scissors, if you can't work something like this, cork your forks and wear a helmet. Take care.